last time, Andrea? Since so long.
Sorry, I lost.
Let's together. Sorry, what did you say?
I didn't heard you, honestly.
You didn't?
No.
Sorry, you didn't what? You didn't? You did not?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, you couldn't hear me. Oh, right, you couldn't hear me before. Okay, but you can hear me all right now. The sound is good.
Yeah.
That's great. Excellent, Andrea. So, tell me, how are you since last time, since our last message together, Andrea?
Was great. And today, I have booked about information to inform tutoring, something like that.
That's right. Yes.
Topic. I didn't have any time to see any articles about newspaper, something like that.
Yes.
So if for you is okay, maybe I can speak to you about my last video pitch for the exam, because I don't know, maybe you can find something wrong in my idea.
Yes, of course, absolutely. That's right.
Just a second. Okay. So can I start?
Yes, I just wanted to ask you if I'd already sent you the 350 best questions as conversation starters. So if you want to find something to talk about, then you can choose one of these 350 or more questions. Did I already send you this last time or not?
Oh, no, never.
Not yet. So this is good that I'm sending you this link. And, I didn't open it up, sorry. I sent you the link of the place where I found it, but I didn't send you the actual specific questions themselves. So now I'm sending you the specific questions. That's even better. And also there's another link which is for the best articles, and there's about 100 best articles, and that's useful, for example, when you want to do some reading before having the conversation, so you can have some reading practice, and then we can discuss over interesting articles. So I'm sending you the link for that now in the Skype chat. Let me know as soon as you've received those two links, Andrea.
Yes, received.
You received them.
Yeah,
that's right. Excellent. Very good. So, but first of all, I'll listen to what you wanted to tell me, and I'll correct any mistakes you might make in your pronunciation, Andrea.
So I had to do like a video pitch project. So I had to create like a little startup, a new business idea, and presenting.
Idea. Be careful how you pronounce that word. Idea. Yes.
And so my idea consists in green startup, like green energy.
Good.
Is maybe is better if I can say is like a service.
Yes.
Because I thought about electric scooter.
Oh, that's good. Yes, that's excellent.
Through a membership plan. So the idea is you're gonna pay a plan, for example, £200 per month. And you can receive at home a scooter.
Yes.
Electric scooter.
Yeah.
And you can have insurance.
Insurance. Be careful how you pronounce that word. It's insurance. That's right. Insurance.
So you can have insurance, you can have a helmet, you can have lock.
Good.
So it's like you own a scooter, but actually you don't own.
Of course not. Yes.
So maybe the best thing for the company is that you have a recurring revenue.
Yes.
So every month or every year, you know how many clients you have.
How many
how many? Yeah.
Clients
And
or customers?
customers, sorry, customers.
Customers, that's right.
Or
And
maybe members.
yeah, the way to practice this sound of how, it's a little phrase, in fact, a question. How now, brown cow? I don't know if you've heard of that before. If you could just say that for me, please, Andrea.
How now,
Hmm?
brown cow.
That's right. And it's the ow sound.
Now
How now, brown cow?
it's like a cat meow.
Yes, cat meow. Exactly. That's right. If you remember that, you'll have the right pronunciation. That's very good. Hmm?
So I don't know if in UK there are like the, I don't know how to say, because in Italian are like incentive funds,
Oh,
like bonus.
yes. Hmm.
There are.
Well, I'm not sure exactly if there are or not, but I see what you mean by incentive funds, obviously. Incentive being something to motivate you.
Mhm.
Uh, in fact, you know, for me, I have more educational experience in the UK rather than professional experience
Mhm.
because I've spent most of my time in the UK, most of my life, but it was studying, you see.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just after I was born, my parents moved to the UK, so I spent almost all of my life in the UK. Well, at least that's the country where I spent the largest part of my life until I finished my university studies.
Mhm.
But after that, I just traveled all over the place, lots of different countries. And so I have much more professional experience outside the UK
So, yeah, yeah.
and next to nothing in the UK. That's why I'm not the best person to ask about the professional side of things in the UK, but for the education, I know it very well. Yes. So,
So
but we can look it
that's it.
up. Incentive funds in the UK. Yes, that's a good question. So,
Because
uh,
they ask me to find like a problem or more than one problem,
hmm?
so I can develop my idea.
Develop. Be careful how you say this. Develop.
Develop. Yeah.
That's right. Hmm.
Develop. Okay.
So it's actually
So
for developing your idea as a startup. Is that right?
yes.
So
Yes.
incentive funds for startups in the UK. So I'll have a look if I can. Oh,
Especially
UK
for
grants. Oh, they actually
green
give you a
start.
grant. Oh, this is good. Oh, yes, I found some very good things. I've even found the full guide. Isn't that amazing? Wow.
It's
All the
amazing.
things you can find on internet, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I love it. So many resources, it's so easy. As long as you know which are the good keywords to put in. If you can just click on that link I've sent you now and have a look at it, Andrea, and tell me what you think of it.
Yes, I'm on it. Just give me a second.
So this would be this would be
Yes.
a good article to read to practice your reading and pronunciation. And of course, it's very interesting for you, because it's exactly what you're talking about. So
Even crowdfunding, it's interesting.
yes, very interesting. Well, if you want to read this, we can read it together, and then I can correct any mistakes you might make in your pronunciation,
Of course.
Andrea.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the beginning.
Okay, so startup funding in the UK.
Yes.
The UK funding can seem
World.
words can
Good.
seem really complex at times.
Mm-hmm.
So Grantree's co-founder Daniel Tanner decided to
Mm-hmm.
help companies make sense of what's out there by putting
Mm-hmm.
together
Mm-hmm.
this straightforward guide to startup funding.
Right.
This guide includes
Mm-hmm.
VCS,
V,
angel
v,
investor,
v, VCs.
okay, VCs,
Good.
angel investors,
Yes.
debt, and our own area of expertise.
Area
Area,
of
okay,
expertise.
expertise.
Yes.
Expertise. Government funding.
Yes. Government funding.
Governments. Okay. Governments. I'm gonna governments.
Yes.
For a monthly roundup of all the funding opportunities for your business, check out the latest edition of the grant.
Latest.
Where?
Latest. Not latest edition,
Okay.
but
Latest.
latest edition. Yes.
Late edition of the Grand Prix Funding Barometer.
And also the word monthly. The O is pronounced like the letter U. Monthly.
Monthly.
That's it.
There are a lot of options to get the startup funded in the UK, and the numbers are constantly growing.
Yes.
From investors to crowdfunding, tax breaks to grants, the landscape of startups.
Grants. Yes.
The landscape of startup funding in the UK can be somewhat bewildering.
Bewildering.
Okay.
Yes.
Bewildering. Even to those like us who are deep within it.
Yes.
It's not surprising that everyone else is even more confused.
Absolutely.
This page is an attempt.
Yes.
To build a centralized resource of key pointers to further information. Further.
That's right.
Further information.
Yes.
I hope it proves useful to you. If you have some feedback, positive or negative, about some of the companies linked to below, please do let me know so I can keep updating this.
Good.
Finally, one of the best people to speak to about funding on the London startup scene
London.
is
London. Yes, the O once again is pronounced like the letter U, like in month. So it's
London.
London. Yes.
London startup scene is John Spindler. Get in touch if you'd like an intro.
Yes.
So, should you get funding at all? The first question we're addressing in whether you should get funding at all. Most funding guides just assume that funding is appropriate for your situation. Appropriate.
That's it.
For your situation, without even asking the question. Grand Prix never took funding, and it's doing great.
Yes.
Which proves not all startup need funding.
Startups. You must pronounce the S at the ends of words.
Not all startups need funding.
Yes.
Another common example is 37 Signals, which we took some funding from Jeff Bezos recently for mysterious
recently.
Okay, recently.
Yes.
For mysterious reasons. After staying out of the funding game for a decade.
Decade.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking investment as a cushion or springboard?
Cushion. Yes.
Okay. As a cushion or springboard.
Yes.
Too many new entrepreneurs go the funding route without considering other options.
Other.
Other.
Yes.
Okay. Other options.
Yes.
Are you getting funding for the right reasons? Idea, reach, and the co-founder myth.
Yes.
If you need more funding, then you have to build your idea. Perhaps the idea is out of your reach.
Idea.
Yes. It's the mistake there,
Yes.
To raise or not to raise, criteria.
That is the question. It's like to be or not to be. That is the question. You know from Shakespeare, you know that famous saying, to be or not to be? You know that. Yes. So it's to raise or not to raise. That is the question.
Criteria for raising funds or not doing so. My comment on this area here. What are the right investor for your business? My comments on the topic are here. The cause of funding may be your freedom.
Yes.
A worthwhile counterpoint to the funding cheerleaders.
Yes.
So crowdfunding,
Uh-huh.
crowdfunding,
Crowd.
crowd,
Ow, ow, ow. How now, brown cow, crowd.
crowd, crowdfunding is a
Meow.
rapidly growing in popularity.
Yes.
I'm not convinced yet whether this
Not,
model.
just a moment. You need to pronounce this word convinced, like first,
Okay,
last, convinced.
I'm not convinced.
That's right.
I'm not convinced yet.
Convinced. Convinced.
Convinced, convinced
Convinced. Yes.
yet whether this model will work well in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
But in the short term, it is certainly producing results.
Good.
Money, for example, for
Mm-hmm.
founders.
Good.
The key options available in the UK are listed below.
Yes.
Crowdcube.
Mm-hmm.
Crowdcube is a
Mm-hmm.
popular crowdfunding platform which
Yes.
has funded companies like Escape the City.
Right.
Cedars,
Mm-hmm.
this is correct? Cedars?
Well, they've written in a way that doesn't exist in the dictionary
Mhm.
because they want to make it different from
Okay.
the normal word cedars, which would be written with an extra letter E between the letter D and the letter R. So it should be ERS at the end after the
Mhm.
letter D. But they wanted to make it a special, like, company name,
Mhm.
like a brand name. So that's why they've taken out the letter E to make it a bit different and special, if you see what I mean.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So Cedars is
Mm-hmm.
another popular option for crowdfunding in the UK.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Kickstarter, of
Good.
course, Starters has been available in the UK since
Available.
available.
Yes.
I think I do the most mistake is from the when I find A as a first letter.
Ah.
I don't.
So when it's the letter A, you have difficulty with words starting with A. Is that right?
Yes, I mean I notice.
Okay, let's try a few words with A just to see how you do. I'm going to write them in the Skype chat for you. Could you read these words for me, please, Andrea?
Yes. So average,
Average.
average. Yeah.
Okay,
Almost
okay.
automatic,
Automatic.
automatic.
Good.
So it's like automatically
It's like an
also, no?
auto, a car, an auto. So it's automatic.
Automatic. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Android,
Good. Android.
another
Good.
alternative.
Good.
I never met this word before.
Okay.
August,
How do you pronounce it?
August,
Aghast.
aghast. What does it mean?
That means you're shocked.
Ah, okay.
I'm aghast. Ah, I'm shocked. It's when something is ghastly. Have you ever heard of the word ghastly before?
Never, never.
Okay, it means shocking. So when you're
Okay,
aghast, you are shocked.
okay, aghast.
Yes.
So something like it's ghastly.
Yes, it's ghastly. It's shocking. It's terrible.
Okay.
It's awful. It's dreadful. It's just unimaginable. Yeah.
Athlete,
Good. Um, okay.
antibodies,
Antibodies.
antibodies test for COVID.
That's right.
Allergic,
That's right. Good.
Okay. All together.
All together.
All together.
Mm. So obviously you're right. There needs to be a little bit more practice with the words
I,
starting with A. Yes.
I found like a similarity because when you say also and all together, when I find L after A,
That's right. It's always the same
it's
sound.
go
So
deeper with the A.
that's
So
right.
all together.
So you have
Okay.
already, you have also, you have all right, um, you have alternative, which we saw earlier.
Alternative. Yeah.
So this will help you. If you try and find similarities like this, then when
Mhm.
you see AL in front of a word, then you need to pronounce it like all, ALL, you see, and that
Yeah.
will help you. So you need to, for other words you have difficulty pronouncing, try and find similarities in the way you are pronouncing these words. And
Mhm.
then once you've learned how to pronounce each of the syllables in English, which you have difficulty with, then when you see that syllable, you'll know how to pronounce it because you've learnt the pronunciation for that syllable. And that's a good exercise you can do.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Let's continue the reading then, Andrea.
So okay, where we have Kickstarter? I think
That's right.
yes.
Yes, that's right. Kickstarter.
And of course, Kickstarter has been available in the UK since October 2012
Hmm.
and should not be forgotten.
Good.
More of a pre-sale platform than a funding platform, but then getting funding from your customers is always better than getting it from investors.
Good. That's another word. Always.
Always. Okay,
Okay.
yes, right.
Excellent.
Always.
Hmm.
Debt funding.
Yes.
Not all funding has to be equity based.
Yes.
However, let's face
However,
it,
however.
however,
Yes.
however,
Hmm.
let's face it, no bank is ever going to loan any money to any startup, at
Yes.
least,
At least.
at least not when they need it, except for one of them, see below.
Aha.
The businesses below all provide some form of debt financing to startups.
So they made a mistake there.
Mm-hmm,
Instead of saying some for, do you know what
mm-hmm.
that word should be? There should be an extra letter after the word for. It should be FOR, and the last letter should be. It's a spelling mistake. They should have added an extra letter there.
So
Can you?
some, yeah, some for of.
No, it isn't for. It should be another word. I mean, they've forgotten to write a letter. What is the letter that's missing? There needs to be
Uh,
an extra letter after the word for. It should be a four-letter word, FOR, and the last letter is.
the business below provide.
Okay, I'll give it to you then.
Okay.
It should be this word, form, because
What?
some form is like saying some kind, some sort, some type. Uh, so it's
Some form. Okay. Yeah,
that's
you're
right.
right.
You see, it's a mistake. It's a spelling
Yeah,
mistake they've
yeah,
made. So I even correct the texts on internet. I even correct the internet.
yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Some form, yes,
Some form of debt financing to startups.
that's right. Hmm.
Your mileage may vary,
Yes.
but it is likely that at least
Good.
one of them will consider loaning you money when a
Learning.
loaning
Yes.
loaning you money
Hmm.
when a bank will not even give you the time
Even. Even.
even will not even give you the time of day.
Yes.
Silicon Valley Bank.
Yes.
Silicon Valley Bank has
Mhm.
been in the UK for some time already.
Oh, good already. Oh, you see, your pronunciation is improving now, Andrea. I'm very pleased to hear that. That's great. Wonderful.
One of the reasons why startups bank with SVB apart from the service is that the CVB gets tech startups. So if you are a VC-funded tech startup, they likely to be willing to extend you a loan to help leverage your funding better.
Leverage.
Leverage.
That's it.
Leverage. Okay. It's almost a no-brainer to apply to CVB if you're the right kind.
SVB.
Yes, SVB.
Yes.
If you're the right kind of startup.
Now, is your startup a tech startup? Because, I mean, an electric bike or scooter, I mean, it's a little bit technical, but I'm not sure
Yes.
if it's technical enough. I mean, it's possible, you know, it depends how it's considered. But if it's something, you know, that's technically,
Yeah,
yes,
my
I do, yes. You're saying? Ah, I can't hear you anymore,
okay,
Andrea.
London.
Yes, sorry, there was a cut in the connection. Sorry, could you just repeat what you said? Your idea was?
So in London, for example,
Yes,
there is the service by Santander
yes,
together with TfL. So you can rent a bicycle for a day per day
yes.
with £2. That's it. So
Mm-hmm.
my idea is create like a partnership with some brand like BMW or Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes.
These, Mercedes, Mercedes.
Mercedes. Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
That's
Okay,
it.
Mercedes. So they can provide to me like scooters.
Not provide to me. They can provide me with.
They can provide me, for example, scooters,
Mhm.
maybe for an amount like 1,000,
Yes.
and I'm gonna give back that money with
Mm.
member plans.
Right.
I mean, it's like if I am in the middle in the
Like
service.
a middleman, the intermediate.
Exactly. I think it's
Yes.
the better way to create a startup at the
Oh,
beginning.
absolutely. Yes. If you can be the middleman and you facilitate things, you are like a facilitator. That, you're quite right, is probably one of the easiest positions to be in if you're good at managing those kind of transactions and business deals, then that will be very good. Yes, absolutely.
Because the main idea is the membership plan, because
Hmm.
you can have a motorcycle, but you are not owning the motorcycle. It's
That's
the best
right.
way you can save
Mm.
money,
Of
taxes,
course.
costs, first purchase,
Purchase.
first
Yeah.
purchase.
Mm. There we are. Purchase. Okay, let's continue then.
And I don't know if maybe can work. Um, there is
Hmm.
a part at the end of the video pitch where
Hmm.
I have to explain fundings
Right.
part. So I
Okay.
think this article will be great enough.
Yes, that's wonderful. So this is really good for you. This
Yes,
is going to
yes, it's
help
great
you a
plan.
lot. That's wonderful. I'm so pleased I found something relevant and appropriate and that's useful for you. I'm really pleased. That's really
Al-
good, Andrea.
Also, I was reading an article. I don't remember where,
Hmm.
but it was speaking about recurring revenue and memberships plan.
Recurring.
Recurring,
Recurring.
recurring,
Hmm.
recurring. Okay.
That's right. Hmm.
Because, for example, Netflix, you
Example. Example.
example, Netflix,
Hmm.
you pay £10 per month, maybe. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. £10 a
Uh,
month, yes. Uh-huh.
10 a month. Maybe you forgot because maybe you don't watch Netflix
Oh,
enough.
yes, yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
you forgot to have this membership. My
Mm.
monthly you pay every month.
Oh,
So
yes.
the
Mm.
company are revenue,
That's right. Mm.
and you losing money.
Of course,
So
absolutely.
that's why they're speaking about the importance of recurring revenues.
Yes, that's
And that's
right.
why I thought about this kind of idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
idea.
for startups is the best way to grow up
Yes,
in
yes,
that
absolutely.
scenario. Yeah.
Mm. Very good. Excellent idea, Andrea. I pray that it may work well and you may be
Uh,
successful.
Also, I don't understand why in London
Mm-hmm.
no one thought about that. Maybe for about the because of the weather.
Ah, the weather, yes. If it was in a sunny country in the south of
Yeah,
Europe,
if you
then
rent a
it's easy.
bicycle, is the
Yeah.
same thing.
Mm.
Even scooters, you can find some. Maybe I can show you. Wait. Uh,
Because the weather's much hotter in the south of Italy, near
yeah,
Sicily. They have a lot of hot weather there. And obviously, this would be very successful in Italy, especially the south of Italy.
I don't
This,
know if you've never
yes.
seen this. Example,
Hmm.
wait.
And in Spain as well, it will be successful in Spain.
Yeah,
Yes.
in Spain, I think there is like
Oh, there
something. I
is.
was
Yeah.
thinking like that.
Oh, very nice. Oh, because then they're protected.
Yes,
Yes. Oh,
not only
brilliant
this.
idea. That is wonderful. Yes, that would be such a success in the UK where there is so much rain that if you don't
So
have
you can
something
save
like
time from the
yes, with
city.
absolutely. Oh, if you have something like that, well, that is like a
I know.
guaranteed success. Yes, but
I know.
maybe have something on the sides as well. Okay, so it
Mm-hmm.
can something that you can roll up when
Okay.
it's sunny, and when it's raining, you can roll it down. You see, and
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
like
like cars.
like a plastic sheeting. You see what I mean? You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
roll
yeah,
it
yeah.
down, and you have pressure points, click, 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 or up and down the sides, and so you just click it into place, and you're completely protected. It's like a little car. That would be brilliant. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's a great idea, Andrea. You know, this has a lot of potential. You see? Yes, a great potential.
Because our video pitch will follow from angel investors. I
Angel
don't know if they are
investors.
real angel
Angel.
investors. I don't know
That's
if
right.
they are real or not,
Hmm.
but you know,
But that exists, obviously, angel investors, and obviously there are actually groups. I don't know if you've heard of the angel investor groups. Do they talk about it here? Let me have a look.
yes, 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 they told
They
about.
do, because otherwise I can find you the information about those angel. Oh yes, raising an angel round. Yes, so that could help you. Oh, and they explain to you how to approach the angels. Oh, very good. This is excellent. This will help you a lot, Andrea. With this, you're sure to be successful. You cannot fail. This is a 100% success guaranteed plan for you.
Also, I think British people they love no green energy, so they can move
Yes.
around.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they really would appreciate that. Yes, that would be really good. So you're actually having a good idea.
Imagine how the deliveries world can change. Food delivery,
Yes,
no?
absolutely. Food deliveries, like Just Eat, Uber Eats,
Delivery,
Deliveroo. You've heard of all these companies,
yeah.
Deliveroo, Uber Eats, and Just Eat, and Takeaway.com. And obviously, yes, if you could provide these scooters for all of these delivery companies and be the middleman for these big companies, ooh, you're going to make so much money. Yes, that's right. This is exactly the kind of companies you need to be targeting. you need to aim for those kinds of
especially now
companies.
with lockdown.
Yes, especially during a lockdown, because
Even because COVID-19 is not affecting this.
I think COVID-19 is actually making more business for the delivery companies, because everybody is wanting to receive deliveries because they don't want to go out. Firstly, because they can't because of the lockdown. Secondly, because there's more risk if they go out of being contaminated with somebody else they're in contact with outside. And thirdly, it's saving you time and effort and energy, and you avoid being wet if it's raining, so you don't have to go out in the rain. I mean, there's so many advantages. Um, I think that really this is the right thing. I think really this
But
is.
I had many ideas because I
Yes.
was thinking about imagine like an hub foods. For example, you have an application on the phone, no?
Yes, that's right.
My business will be like a shop where you can
Yes.
find, for example, Wasabi, KFC,
Oh,
uh, the other famous brands in UK. So
yes.
you to order in the application.
Mm-hmm.
In, inside the shop is no stuff, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like the sushi bar.
Yes, sushi bar. That's right.
It's like a chain around.
Yes, it goes
So for
round.
example, you order, you have 15 minutes to take the food. Otherwise, it's not far away.
That's
I
right.
think it's
Yes.
interesting. So you avoid queues,
Mm.
you avoid contact.
Yes.
Can be interesting for the workers. Imagine in Canary Wharf, there is
Yes.
full workers. It can be fast. The service can be faster,
Mm-hmm.
no contacts. I think can be another nice idea.
Yes, absolutely. That's good. You have lots of ideas, Andrea. You have everything to be a great entrepreneur. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm really pleased to hear that. Yes, and you must keep me informed how this goes, because I'd be very interested to follow the success of it and see how well it goes, because I'm sure it's going to be successful. It can only be successful. Yes, that's wonderful. Excellent. Oh, I'm really pleased to hear that. That's great. Okay,
So
so yes.
Walter, for next time, I was
Yes.
thinking to because remember we have spoken about American elections last time.
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, we did a role playing RLS and
Yeah.
RPS, and I was interviewing you as the specialist, the
Yes.
expert concerning the American elections. Yes, that's
So
right.
this article, in The Guardian,
Yes.
what's the second because I lost it.
hmm
Okay. The shadow of Obama. What influence will the ex-president have on Biden?
Yes,
Can be interesting, like another topic to speak
absolutely.
about.
Yes, that's right. That would be very interesting. If you like, we can do that in the next lesson. If you send me the
Maybe if you have other suggests, I
hmm
don't know, because
Sure.
now I'm even busy with the exams, with the reopening of the rest school. So
Course,
no,
yes, I can imagine. But if you find some interesting things like this article you just mentioned, I mean, you can send it to me so I can have a look at it. We can read it
do
during a lesson, talk about
you
it.
like
Yes.
technology?
Oh, yes. I'm very interested in technology, high tech.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
So I can
hmm
find something about because I like also.
You
So
also like technology, high tech. Yeah.
also,
Also,
I love technology. So
you
I have
love.
a MacBook, iPad.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, you're well connected with all the different types of connections. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, so you can find articles concerning those things and send them to me, and then during the lesson we can read the articles and talk about the articles and see what we think and our opinions, our point of views, and that would be an interesting discussion. It would be really good. Yeah, wonderful. So, did you want to do some more reading?
Yeah,
Uh,
if you
yes,
want, I'm fine.
sure. Okay.
You have. We continue with that, or
Yes. Unless you want to read something else. Would you like to read something else?
no?
No,
I don't know.
we can continue with this because this is really useful for you. This is really interesting. So you need to read it anyway. So
Maybe
at
I
least
don't
with
know if it's
me,
boring for you. I don't know.
yes, and I'm correcting your pronunciation as well. So it's very useful.
So we continue. Let's
Yes.
continue. So debt funding.
Mm-hmm.
Not all funding has to be equity based.
Mm-hmm.
However, let's face it, no bank. No, I read this
You've
one.
already read this, and we've read
Uh,
Silicon Valley Bank. Do you remember SVB? We read that as well.
SBB, yeah. So now
That's
we
right.
took with the market invoice.
That's right.
Market invoice provides invoice financing, which enables
Mm-hmm.
enables you to auction
Enables
enables
auction. Auction.
enables you to
Good.
auction off your invoices sent to
Good.
large companies. So you get the cash now and not in 90 days.
Oh, that's good. That's a very good idea. Yes, that's important actually.
Yeah, for the beginning, yes, of course.
Mm, mm.
FinCats. FinCats are basically like bank lenders. For example,
Basically,
basically, basically, bas
not basically, basically.
basically,
That's it. Hmm.
basically,
Yes.
like bank lenders. For
Good.
example, risk averse
Yes.
and will only loan money to established, profitable businesses.
Established.
Established
Established. That's it. Hmm.
to established profitable businesses.
Profitable. Profitable.
Profitable.
Hmm.
But unlike
Businesses.
businesses,
Good. Hmm.
businesses, okay. But unlike regular banks, they actually do loan
Regular.
money.
Regular.
Regular.
Yes.
Regular. So Sancus, formerly Platform Black, another invoice financing platform.
Hmm.
Funding Circle of
Circle.
Fund Circle
Good.
offers peer-to-peer loaning,
Loaning.
learning,
Good. Hmm.
advanced funding, and of course,
Sorry.
advance, yeah,
Advance. Yes.
advance, like
Good.
advertising,
Like
okay, advance,
advertising. That's right.
uh,
Advance. Good. Hmm.
and of course, let's not forget Grantry's very own advance funding.
Good.
Get your R&D tax credit paid up to 9 months in advance.
Good.
Grow your business while keeping your equity.
Very good.
Incubators.
Hmm.
Incubators are not for everybody, and one should be careful not to go to an incubator as the easy option.
Hmm.
There can be a large hidden cost to
Hmm.
going to an incubator with the wrong kind of business or a business that's too early to be
Where? Where?
worth that
Good.
level of commitment.
Level.
Level of commitment.
Hmm.
Make sure you think carefully about the pros and the cons.
Hmm.
A solid list of incubators can be found at F6s,
Hmm.
but here are some of the more reputable ones
Reputable. Reputable.
reputable
Good.
reputable ones we've
Encountered.
encountered
Yes.
encountered.
Hmm.
Sitcam, the first incubator in the UK, new opening Europe-wide.
Now open.
Now,
Yes.
now operating Europe-wide.
Yes.
Springboard,
Hmm.
now part of Techstars. Wyra,
Yes.
supported by Telefonica, Wyra is one of the better corporate sponsored
Corporate. Corporate.
corporate corporates
Corporate.
corporate
Corporate.
corporates
That's it.
corporate sponsored incubators out there.
Right.
Raising an angel round.
Angel.
Angel raising, okay, raising an angel round.
Yes.
One of the first stopping points for founders.
Founders. Same sound. You know,
Found.
we saw the other word that was encountered. You see, when you see a word with O-U-N, it's a bit like, yes, it's a bit like O-W, ow. It's the ow sound. So it's encountered
Seems
and
like a
founders. You see the similarity. You see it's the same.
yes.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
Founders.
Good.
New to the UK funding scene is one of the
Yes.
numerous angel net
Numerous, yes. Mm-hmm.
numerous
Mm-hmm.
angel net out
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, many of them charge.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
many of them charge a
Mm-hmm.
lot to pitch. I
Yes.
strongly disagree with that philosophy,
Yes.
as do many other startup figures in the UK and abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, looking for angel funding, try the following site to get you started.
Yes.
Principle pitching. Learning how to pitch is obviously an essential first step.
Essential.
Out of
Essential.
essential.
Good.
Essential. It's like insurance. So in this case, it's
Insurance.
essential first step.
Exactly. When you see TI, like for
Mhm.
example, this word, how do you pronounce this word, please, uh, Andrea?
Initial.
That's right. Initial, essential, um, uh, um, oh, yes, this is another good one.
It's like
Um,
nationality.
yes, this one as well.
Financial.
Financial, you see. Often when it's
Financial.
IAL after a T or a C,
Mhm.
okay, then it's often sure, you see.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
right. And with the insurance, then it's the S in front of you are insurance, and even
Mhm.
uh, when you say sure, you see, sure,
Sure.
sure, it's like insurance, you see. So
Sure.
whenever you see SUR, it tends to be sure. And if you remember the pronunciation of these syllables, then when you see them again, maybe in a word you've never seen before, you don't even know what it means, you've never pronounced it, but if you know for each syllable how to pronounce it, you can pronounce it perfectly well, even if you've never seen the word before. You see what I mean, Andrew?
Yeah.
So this is good practice. Okay, so we were saying essential, yes.
Yes. Where we stopped. So,
Principles
as-
of pitching. Hmm.
yeah. Out approach angels.
Yes.
Call the mail to an angel. In general,
Angel. Angel.
angel.
Yes.
In general, warm intros are best,
Mhm.
but sometimes you have to make do with the cold email.
Yes.
How to reply to an angel intro?
Yes.
Friends, family, fools.
Hmm.
When, when else, when all else
All
fails,
else fails.
when all else fails,
Hmm.
people often fall back on
Often.
raising
The T is
often,
silent. Often.
often. People
Hmm.
often fall back on raising funding from friends, family, and fools.
Yes.
I advise strongly against it.
Right.
White Bear Yard Passion Capital.
Bear. Why bear?
Bear, bear. So it's like beer,
It's
bear.
yeah. Beer is what you drink,
Yeah,
and
bear is the
bear is the animal.
animal.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Passion Capital, founded by Stefan Glanzer and
Hmm.
Ellen Barbich.
Eileen. It's an Irish
I,
name.
okay,
Eileen
Eileen Barbich.
Burbage.
has funded and hosted many top startups at White Bear Yard, including
Yes.
Flutter,
Mm-hmm.
Judil,
Mm-hmm.
Go Cardless, Go
Mm-hmm.
Squared, and
Mm-hmm.
Manly. I'm
Good.
actually use Manly for my
Oh,
reference.
really? Mentally?
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. It's very useful.
Oh, wonderful. That's good.
Yeah, especially when you do exams, like
Mm-hmm.
you have to write a lot. You have a lot of referencing to
Ah,
do.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Just one button, you're gonna have all the bibliography ready.
Oh, that's good. Excellent. Very nice.
It's like better of references.
Uh-huh.
So capital enterprise, as mentioned before,
Yes.
John Spencer is one of the best people to talk to in this space. He
Yes.
runs capital enterprise
He
enough.
runs. He runs.
He runs
Yes.
capital enterprise enough
Said.
said,
Said.
no, said,
That's
no
right.
said, yeah,
That's
said,
right. It's written, it looks like said, the way it's written, but it's pronounced said. So it's pronounced as
said,
though it was written S-E-D instead of S-A-I-D.
said.
Said. That's right. Well,
Raising
yeah.
raising a VC rounds
Yes.
is
Uh-huh.
rounds.
Round.
rounds.
Mm-hmm.
If you're raising a VC round, you should probably already have a network of contacts in place,
Mm-hmm.
including mentors who can help you through the process.
Mm.
If you don't have any such network,
Through,
I'd strongly
through the process.
through the process.
Good.
If you don't have any such network, I'd strongly advise you to make backup plans and assume you won't get the VC funding. In
Yes.
either case,
Either.
in either case,
Mm-hmm.
the articles below may be useful. Okay.
Yes.
Raise a series around venture capital, Axel,
Venture.
Amadeus,
Venture.
venture.
Right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Axel, I think, is no Axel.
Yeah.
Axel,
Yes.
Amadeus or Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Amadeus,
Yes.
Atomico, Balderton, Index, Octopus,
Balderton.
Balderton,
Yes.
Index, Octopus, Profounders,
Octopus.
Wellington,
Us. Octopus.
Octopus,
Us. Not
Profounders,
us, but us. Octopus.
Octopus,
That's right.
Octopus,
Mm-hmm.
Profounders, Wellington, Down, Eden,
Dawn.
Dawn, Eden,
Good.
Government funding,
Government.
Government, so always forget, government funding.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'd be doing Grand Prix and you at this
Grand Tree. Grand Tree.
Grand Prix. And you at this service, not to mention government funding option available for
Options available.
options available.
Good.
For even more information on government funding, check out our new funding timeline.
Good.
R&D tax credits are a very reliable scheme that enables
Reliable.
reliable
Mm-hmm.
scheme that enables companies to
Enables.
earn cash and tax breaks
Mm-hmm.
for performing R&D.
R&D.
If you are a tech startup or scale up, you
Mm-hmm.
probably do not always qualify. You
Mm-hmm.
can get up to 33%
Mm-hmm.
of your R&D spend refunded each year after you file your accounts.
Mm. That's good.
CI, CIS, right?
Yes.
CI,
Well, it's
CI,
just the initials SEIS.
SCIS is a
SEIS.
tax break for investors that
Mm-hmm.
can greatly reduce the risk of investment.
Mm-hmm.
As a UK startup founder, you should know about it.
Yes.
Innovation
Yes.
grants.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the grants offered
Mm-hmm.
for groundbreaking innovation under the Innovate UK and H
Okay.
2020.
Be careful how you pronounce these words. innovation and innovate.
Innovation.
Innovation, yes.
Innovation, innovates.
That's it. Very good.
The Innovate UK and Edge 2020 skills.
Yes.
Patent box. The
Patent.
patents. It's
Yes.
like patents.
Like a patient. That's right. Yes.
Patent box is a new piece of legislation which can get solid tax breaks to profitable UK companies that own an EU patent patents covering some covering
yes
some aspects of their products.
Good.
SBRIs. Another TSB grant scheme. SBRIs are basically government
basically
government contracts. Government contracts. 100% funded.
Yes.
However,
yes.
The fee is often very narrow.
Yes.
Or if you're lucky enough to find an SBRI in your area, this may be useful.
Area.
Otherwise, not so much. TSB innovation vouchers can help fund some of your subcontracted cost qualifying projects.
Right.
Finally, TSB ran a number of ad hoc competitions.
Ad hoc
competitions.
Yes.
You can find a list of those here. Startup loans, currently only available for entrepreneurs under 30 years old. These are actual loans at a 6% rate of interest. May be of interest to some founders.
Remember it, the word actual, actual.
Actual.
That's right, actual. It's against the ch. It's a sound which resembles the ch of insurance and sure, or initial, or essential. You see, it's actual.
Actual.
That's good.
Actual loans. Regional growth funds.
Yes.
With the 3.2 billions allocated for
no, you don't say billions. The billion is singular. So you say 3.2 billion.
Allocated for the 2011-2020 period. Regional growth funds can also help fund and business.
Good, very well read, Andrea. I'm very impressed because it's not easy to read a text like that. There are a lot of difficult words there, but you've done very well. How did you find it reading this?
Yeah, I found it very interesting for my video pitch, so I can have more ideas to find more of finances.
Excellent. And now you have the right pronunciation, the correct pronunciation.
I hope.
Wonderful.
Of the exam, I can show you my introduction.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be very interested to see that. Yes, that would be great. Well done. Congratulations. You've done very well, Andrea. Very good lesson.
So kind.
And thank you very much for the lesson. Thank you.
Thank you. So see you next time.
Yes, see you next time. All the best. Take care.
Bye.
Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye, Andrea.